All right, good news, good news, good news to Nigerian nurses that have been desiring to move to Canada to work. Uh, a lot of information is out there on YouTube concerning the province of Nova Scotia in Canada. British Columbia has their own, Alberta has theirs. But my interest in this video is for nurses, internationally educated nurses that are interested in working in Canada. Good news for Nigerian nurses. Like I said before, and I want to reiterate, thank God we are in the group of 7 countries that are listed out or selected out for the expedited process for attaining a license in the province of Nova Scotia. Now, there has been a lot of demand for nurses. Globally, it is like that. And some countries are looking inward and are coming up with policies that are going to aid the process of bringing in manpower, and in this case, nurses. And so, as a nurse and on the platform of Medcare Services, we talk more of countries that are coming up with new innovations concerning the licensing process. And so Nigeria falls into the group of the 7 countries that are listed out for expedited process. And thumbs up to Nigeria as a country and the nursing as a profession. We are regarded, we are valued. That is the good news for all of us. And then, like we all know, for you to work in the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, you need to have the international English testing system to have passed that exams, known as the almighty IELTS. And that has made a lot of persons to have processes that have not pulled through in their quest to practicing in these countries. But the good news here is Nova Scotia, on their newsletter released on the 5th of April, has given a waiver to these 7 countries. So if you're from the Philippines, India, Nigeria, UK, US, Australia, you are waived. You are no longer needed to present this English language to be able to practice in these countries, in this province. And so it is a good news. It is a good news in the sense that a lot of persons will still be thinking, how am I going to scale through this IELTS 7 band, 7.5, be that as it may, whatever the requirement has been. In the past, you needed to present your IELTS score. But now, since they need us, there is the high demand. I am encouraging all Nigerian nurses. This quest about UK that is killing everybody, and now there is the red listing from World Health Organization and also Home Office. The UK government have also emphasized on the red listing and are warning a lot of international recruiting bodies not to emphasize on recruiting Nigerian nurses. So hallelujah for all of us. Good news for all of us. We can utilize this door that is open for us again. And so I want to encourage you, don't bother yourself anymore. IELTS is not a requirement. IELTS is not a requirement. I want to read from the phone because I registered for the newsletter and it was sent to me because a lot of videos are out there and some persons are saying IELTS is a requirement. I listened to a YouTuber that is even based in Canada, said that you need 6.5 in this, 7, and in this overall of 7.5. Let us be patient and we get the information. The portal will be open on the 1st of May for Nigerians. Again, for Nigerians, all these 7 countries. So we should be patient with ourselves. The process, I believe, Nursing Council of Nigeria is going to integrate it into the verification portal for those who have. So let us be calm with ourselves and let us not be confused with a lot of information that are out there. And so this new letter was released again, like I said, on the 5th of April, 2023, and a lot of it. Now, when can I apply for the expedited process? It is said the application form for the expedited process is not available until May 1st. Until May 1st. So anybody that is doing now is doing under the old platform. The eligibility criteria, you must have current licensure and be in good standing as a registered nurse, RON, in the Philippines, India, Nigeria, US, UK, Australia, and New Zealand. For your information, these 7 countries are listed out, and you must have a license, an active license with a good standing. And then registration requirement. Now, identification that is out there, I don't need to read that. What is interesting to me and to all of us is the verification or registration. We require a verification of registration VOR from your current regulatory body. We can use the VOR in your National Nursing Assessment Service, NNAS. That is if you have advisory report, if you have one of these, okay, in their own portal. Then if you don't have this, or you've not done NNAS, you don't have any NNAS report before, we can use an online search tool if your current regulatory body has one available. We will advise you. If these are not available, and you will be required to arrange for your current regulatory body to submit, that means there is a form online that you need to download and fill. But I believe for Nursing Council is doing online verification now, and so I believe they will integrate or add this up to the verification portal so that those who wish to practice in Nova Scotia in Canada can benefit from the online. There's also a criminal record that you'll be required for. They said when it is time, that May 1st, they will tell us, certainly to be a police report, and then this is the area of interest: English language proficiency. Please, this information was released on the 5th of April. Sorry, please. 5th of April. That is this very month. Okay? So it is the latest. I believe by the end of next week, they will add more things that they need. International nurses who have completed their entry. Listen. International nurses who have completed their entry and training in these 7 countries will not be required. If you doubt, go to their site, you will see this information. And this is where my attention was caught, and I decided to do these videos because a lot of information concerning this English is being said. But good thing, we are considered. Okay? International nurses who have completed their entry-level nursing programs and established registration and licensure in one of the 7 designated countries have been deemed to have met the English language requirements. That is the good news. Let's smile. Let's be happy. If you establish this, but we are not educated in one of them, you will be needed to submit English testing. But in Nigeria, all our training is done in English and all of that. That is the good news for us. So nobody should be discouraged that how do I use, I don't have IELTS, yes, I cannot start the process. So the clock is ticking. Bam, bam, bam. 1st of May 2023, all of us rush and go to the portal and start the process. Nobody will do it for you. You are not, we under MSK, we are not asking that come let us do the process for you. We are only announcing it that it is the latest bride in town in Canada. And we all know, you can Google out the benefit of living in Canada. In 3 years' time, you're entitled to have a Canadian passport, while other countries take a longer time. So That is why most Nigerians want to go there, and the doors are open now. Then another thing. Now, let me read this examination. If you have already passed the NCLEX, you do not need to retake it, and you are eligible for a full practicing license. You'll be issued a full practicing license once you pass your NCLEX exams. If you have not passed NCLEX, RON, most international nurses will be eligible. Another good news, will be eligible for a conditional license. I'm reading down, please. Once the conditional license is issued, you may begin to practice as RN in Nova Scotia. Conditional, that is a kind of temporary license. Once that is issued to you, once the verification is complete, they've seen that you are in good standing, since English is not a requirement, that is waived out, and automatically you will be issued a temporary license that is called a conditional license, and you can use it to practice as an RON in Nova Scotia. Okay? And let me read down again. Let me not say things that I've read and I've read. Your conditional license is valid for 12 months. Note, that means you need to be preparing for the NCLEX exams. But there's a window of 1 full year, 12 months, for you to prepare and then pass the NCLEX exams. So as you're working as a temporary license holder, that window period of 12 months, I believe you're already in the field, you're having a practical experience, and then you sit for the NCLEX exams. You will pass by God's grace. We will all pass by God's grace and then be moved to the permanent license. Note, if you take the NCLEX exams for 3 attempts and you fail, after 3 exam failures, you will be required to complete bridging education to be eligible for subsequent conditional license. So for now, you are not going to do any bridging program, you are not going to do any adaptation program. You will just go straight to having a temporary license, which is the conditional license, after the verification is done between Nursing Council Nigeria and then the Nova Scotia Council of Nursing. Once that is done, you'll be issued a conditional license, and then you can practice. Within 1 year, you're expected to take the NCLEX exams and then pass the NCLEX exams and then also get a full license. So this video is just for this purpose, not to talk much. Please do not listen to people that are saying you must present IELTS. IELTS is waived for these 7 countries. And then the good thing is, once you're issued this conditional license, the rest is for you to look for an employer that can employ you in the province of Nova Scotia. So, thumbs up, subscribe to Medcare Services so that you get more updates on any other opening. We are browsing around the countries and we are looking for opportunities that are coming up that are in favor of Nigerians and other African countries, and then we will relate it to you by releasing a video. So like this video, share this video, and then do well to subscribe so that you'll be having our videos. Thank you once more, and God bless you.